They down and out. Cambridge made big contribution to foreign like a fatality to Sussex's face. When Prince Harry visited the NAACP Awards presentation in Hollywood last weekend, he expressed his concern and solidarity for the Ukrainian people. The Duke of Sussex reminded the assembled celebrities that the people of Ukraine urgently require our continuous worldwide community assistance. Dr. Tessa Dunlop, a royal historian, has observed that while Harry is often a force for good, his engagement in Ukraine comes out as insensitive and navel-gazing. Dr. Dunlop said on Mail Plus's Palace Confidential that Harry and Meghan Markle were a little behind the curve this week. "I honestly have no issue with the couple, I believe they do fantastic job," she remarked. "They have certainly been acknowledged for their work with this award. But I found the whole Hollywood aspect of the event, given what was going on in Ukraine, a bit insensitive. That is not their fault, that is Hollywood in its own kind of love bubble." Host Joe Elvin said, "But they could have had a word about it maybe." The royal commentator responded, "They could have toned it down a bit because there was Harry in his tux and he went 'We all stand by Ukraine.' I thought I want you to do more in this instance, Harry. Give us something. A lot of people are feeling impotent, and it felt fewer words and more action in this moment I wanted from Harry." There he was slightly navel-gazing, saying he was meant to be with his wife because together they understand injustice and they listen to people who are not listened to. It jarred for me, slightly. Although I think they are generally a force for the good, it felt like they were behind the curve on this. Harry and Meghan aren't the only royals who have spoken out about the situation in Ukraine. The sad events in Ukraine caused the Cambridges to offer their support, which Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky congratulated them for. According to the Telegraph, the royal couple has also made a private donation to the Disasters Emergency Committee, DEC, humanitarian appeal. The donation is the latest show of support for Ukraine by members of the royal family. The Queen has also made a donation to the DEC fundraiser. The DEC tweeted yesterday, "Many thanks to Her Majesty the Queen for continuing to support the Disasters Emergency Committee and for making a generous donation to the DEC Ukraine humanitarian appeal." The organization, made up of 15 UK charities, launched the fundraiser on Thursday to provide emergency relief to those who have left their homes in the wake of Russia's invasion. The DEC appeal aims to raise funds, which will be distributed to charities responding on the ground in Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and Poland, giving people food, water and shelter. Last Saturday, the Cambridges took to Twitter to share their solidarity with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and all of Ukraine's people. The tweet included the flag of Ukraine and was personally signed off with their initials. William and Kate wrote, "In October 2020 we had the privilege to meet President Zelensky and the First Lady to learn of their hope and optimism for Ukraine's future. Today we stand with the President and all of Ukraine's people as they bravely fight for that future W&C." In October 2020, William and Kate welcomed Mr. Zelensky and his wife Alina to Buckingham Palace for an audience on behalf of the Queen. On Tuesday, the Ukrainian president thanked the royal couple for their backing. Mr. Zelensky tweeted, "Alina and I are grateful to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge royal family that at this crucial time, when Ukraine is courageously opposing Russia's invasion, they stand by our country and support our brave citizens. Good will triumph." Commenting on William and Kate's tweet, Joe Little, managing editor of Majesty magazine, said, "An unusual move on the part of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, W&C to indicate their personal involvement, and a clear sign of how strongly they feel about the situation in Ukraine. But they're not the first royals to comment." The King and Queen of the Netherlands released a statement on Thursday. Royal biographer Hugo Vickers said he would describe the tweet as more humanitarian than political, adding, "I am sure it will be welcomed by the British public." Prince Charles and Camilla have also shown their support for Ukrainians in the face of the Russian onslaught. The Duchess of Cornwall was visibly emotional during a visit to the Ukrainian Catholic Cathedral in London with the Prince of Wales on Wednesday. Charles said, "I must say my wife and I have been deeply moved by everything we've heard today during our visit and above all by the extraordinary bravery, generosity and fortitude of the Ukrainian community in the face of such truly terrible aggression. Charles and Camilla lit candles and left floral tributes at the cathedral.